Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is time for my 2024 reading goals and TBR. I always love doing these videos, kind of looking back at the books that I read this year and books that I'm excited to read next year, and kind of setting myself some goals because they do help me to keep track of my TBR, to just read more books of my physical TBR and just, you know, enjoy the reading year a lot. So I'm really excited for this video. I hope you are too. In this video, first I'm going to tell you a few of my new goals, then I'm going to look back at the books that I put on my TBR for 2023 and see if I actually read those, and then I will also tell you about a few books that I'm really excited to read for the next year. First of all, I really hope you guys had a very lovely 2023 and that you're excited for the new year, that you had a great Christmas and just the holidays, New Year's Eve. Hope you're gonna have a good time. So let's talk about some of my goals for the new year. I do always like to set myself a reading goal, and I'm going to say 50 books because I think 50 is a very reasonable number that I can quite easily read, and I don't want to push myself to read like 100 books because I probably won't reach that and then I will get disappointed in myself. So it's gonna be at 50 books again because this year I also easily managed to do that. Definitely with listening to lots of audiobooks though, because those help me a lot with reaching my goal. I do have a few like audiobook links in the description. These are not sponsored, but these are affiliate links that either give me a free month of that audiobook subscription or they give me a small percentage of their earnings. So if you want to read some more audiobooks this year or next year, I will have a few links for Dutch people and internationals in the description. Another goal of mine is to really try to read every single day. I'm always just like, oh, I don't have time, I don't know, I just don't feel like it. But if you really create a habit of it, like brushing your teeth, like eating my breakfast, I should be able to read every single day, even though if it's literally only for 2 minutes. I have so much time to doom scroll on my phone, so I have time to pick up a book and read literally 1 page. So that is going to be a really big goal of mine, to read every single day. Is this me pushing myself too hard? Maybe, but I will find that out whilst I'm doing it. But I just really want to try and stick to this goal. And my third goal for the new year is to again continue with reading my entire physical TBR. Will I ever read all of the books? Probably not, but at the beginning of last year, or this year, I think I had like 120-ish books on my physical TBR. I managed to get it down to like 80, but because of Christmas and my birthday this month, I got lots of books again. So at this time, I believe I'm around 90-ish books. So I still, you know, I'm below 100. And I'm just going to try to keep reading more of my physical TBR. Oh, and just an extra, like a little extra goal is because I really want to read more books of my physical TBR. It means that I really am trying to not buy any new books because I have so many new books. And this year I was so good with not buying books for myself. I only bought like a handful of new books for myself. And I'm very proud of myself for that. So I'm just going to stick to this goal of going on kind of a loose book buying ban. If I do see a book somewhere that I really, really want, I can get it. But I'm not going to go book shopping and buy like a dozen books at the same time. So I think I can definitely do it. But now let's take a look at some of the books that were on my TBR last year to see if I've actually read them. I just need to grab them. These are all the books that I wanted to read this year, including this one, which is the complete collection of Oscar Wilde's work. This book, Oscar Wilde, like all of his works, I haven't read. However, I have literally read all of these books on my TBR for this year. Oh my god, I'm so proud of myself. I'm just quickly going to go through them. The first one is Devotion by Patti Smith, which is a small fiction story as well as some non-fiction around it, I believe. Yeah, why is one compelled to write? It's like why I write, and then she wrote a little fiction story. I enjoyed this one. Actually, this book I think I even read at the end of last year after filming that TBR. It's Rilke's Selected Poems, just a lot of poems by Rainer Maria Rilke. Probably one of my favorite books of this year was Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. Why did I wait so long with reading this book? Because this one was absolutely perfect, so good, and just Andy Weir is one of my, if not my favorite sci-fi writer. This was so good. Then I read Bad Behavior by Mary Gateskill, which was fun. Okay, I enjoyed it, but not amazing, but I still read it. Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, which I really enjoyed. I think it's my favorite Sally Rooney book, so I'm really glad I also read this one, which means I've now read all of her, like, novels. The Idiot by Elif Batuman, not my favorite, but I'm glad that I read it. This was actually my last read of last year, so of 2022. Amazing. This is like a collective memoir of like a whole generation. It's called The Years by Annie Ernaux, and it was so good. Oh my goodness. Highly recommend this one. And lastly, Cleopatra and Frankenstein was also on my 2023 TBR, and I've also read this one. Enjoyed it lots, but not super amazing, but just, yeah, very good. Well, my TBR was very successful for this year, so I hope that in 2024 I will also be able to read the books on my TBR that I'm going to show you right now. So let's go over to my bookshelf and let's pick a few books that I'm just really excited to read. The thing is, I have this entire stack of books next to my bookshelf on my little table, like a little coffee table, because those are all new books that I got for my birthday and for Christmas. By the time I'm filming this video, my birthday and Christmas are, you know, they haven't happened yet. So I think the stack is even going to grow because I already got some books earlier for my birthday. But those are actually all of the books that I'm so excited to read. So I think I'm just going to show you those. Because by the time this video is live, my complete haul of all the books that I got for Christmas and my birthday will already have been uploaded. So I'm just gonna grab a big stack of my newly gifted books, which are all of those. Yes, oh my god, I'm so excited. The first one is called I Am, written by Maggie O'Farrell. And this is a memoir by Maggie O'Farrell, who wrote Hamlet. And this is about 17 near-death experiences. Am I correct? 17? I think so. Why did I read the word 17? Oh wait, it's on the cover. So basically, she has had 17 near-death experiences in her life, which is insane and intriguing. Like how, why? I love memoirs and I thought Hamlet was absolutely amazing, so I'm super excited to read this one. The next one is a Dutch fantasy book called In het vervloekte hart, written by Rima Ori. And the reason I wanted this is because I haven't read any Dutch books in so long. I like Dutch fantasy books. This year I've read quite a few Dutch books, but not fantasy books. And I've seen Rima Ora around a few times on like book events and everyone was raving about her book. So I am super excited to finally read a Dutch fantasy again. It's just been so long, also just with fantasy. And yeah, I am super excited for this one. Then we've got Garden Spells, written by Sarah Edison Allen. And I got this one because my friend Querina on TikTok, she recommended this book and I really appreciate her recommendations. Do I know what this book is about? Absolutely not. But is the cover freaking amazing? Yes, that's why I put it on my wish list. It's probably whimsical and fairy-like. Then next we've got the fourth book in the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, which is one of my all-time favorite series. I only realized there was a fourth book until I saw it in stores somewhere and I'm just like, how did I not know that there is a fourth book? And now I got it. And it's called Before We Say Goodbye, which will probably be very sad again because all of these books are so incredibly sad and beautiful, and this is also my favorite cover of the four of them, so I'm very excited and scared to read this book. Then we've got In the Company of Witches by Aurelie Wallace, also recommended to me by my friend Verena, who made this video on TikTok that went completely viral, and then this book sold out everywhere, which must have overwhelmed the writer like immensely. And now it's in stock again, and I got this for my birthday. So I'm super excited to read this. I believe it's like Gilmore Girls meets something fantasy-ish. Can't remember what she described it as, but it's probably very cozy fantasy. Then I've got two more. The first one is this amazing book called Ship of Theseus, which is written by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst, I think. And J.J. Abrams is, you know, from Star Wars, and I had never heard of this book before, but apparently it was super popular like a while back on TikTok, and it's basically a book in a book, because this is a book that is kind of borrowed between friends in the library, or just borrowed between friends, and then these friends wrote all these things and annotations in this book. And the thing is, the coolest thing ever is it's full of just, you know, artifacts and stuff, and where they wrote on, and I need to be careful so I don't put that back in the wrong order, and like postcards and napkins, and I'm mind blown. I am scared to read this, but luckily my friends who gifted me this book, they wrote some tips on the card, like how they read it, and just some tips, you know, not like spoilers, but just some tips. So I'm very thankful for those tips. Let me know in the comments if you have read this book and what you thought of it. And the last book that I really want to read, which is one that I will probably be able to read quite quickly, is one of these beautiful illustrated books. Oh, there it is. It is called The Laatste Boom, or in English, The Last Tree, I guess. It's translated, and it's called A Seed from Hope, or A Seed of Hope. And apparently it's about what the world will be like if there are no trees, or how we can appreciate and take care of nature. And it sounds so beautiful. It's giving The Fox, the Mole, and the... what's it called again? The Fox, the Mole... where are those books? The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse is giving those type of books vibes. These beautifully illustrated books. So I am so excited to read this one too. And it's quite short, so I'll most definitely be able to read this, you know, in a quarter of an hour. But yeah. I also, let me know if you have read this, because I'd never heard of this before, and I love it when people give me books that they just think that I would enjoy, even though I didn't like put them on my wish list or anything. It's the same as with I Am. I got it from one of my best friends. She knows I really love reading memoirs, so that's, I think, the reason she got it for me, and because I really liked reading Hamlet. So these are the books that are going to be on my 2024 TBR. How is it 2024 already, and how am I 28 by the time this video goes live? The big 3-0 is near, but to be honest, I'm not really that scared of it, and I'm actually quite excited about growing older. But yeah, it's been a very, very good year. I'm super excited for the new year. I am going to keep you updated on like trying to read every single day. Maybe I will even do kind of video, like a video challenge of it maybe, or just do more video challenges on my channel, because I really, really enjoy filming those, and I think you guys really enjoy them too. Let me know if you've got any ideas on video challenges that I can do, like reading challenges. Definitely let me know in the comments. Okay, this was this video. I think it was quite quick, but just, you know, quickly going through my goals and my TBR. So I really, really hope you liked it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you want to comment something but you don't know what to comment a stack of books emoji, because this one was again all about books. Thanks again so much for watching. I really hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video.